Hey everybody, this is Blake Cross EXE, and this is the Type Moon Universe panel. This is just a little intro here. I just wanted to give a shout out to my buddy Clinton. He runs the Obelisk channel here on YouTube, and he helped organize the Type Moon Universe panel, and he's been running this panel for, I think it was 4 or 5 years now. He's a really great guy, and he's got some really awesome videos on his channel. So after the video is over, if you like, you can check the description down below for a link to his channel, or there will be a plug at the end so you can go subscribe to him, watch some of his videos. He's been doing a really big Let's Play of Fate Extella. So if you would, just go check his videos out and, support his page and all that. Alright, thank you for watching.
So show of hands of people who have not come to one of our panels before.
Not.
Wow, all of you have never come to our panel before?
Me.
Thanks. No, that's fine. I'm open to criticism.
That's fine. Alright, we usually just kind of dive into questions about the Type Moon universe. We're going to try to go over what this panel is going to be about. Originally, we would describe all the different kinds of Type Moon properties, and we got bored somewhere around like EO or Titan. And then after a few years of doing all the moons and the types of the properties that came out, we decided that just questions are where it's at, right? Because you guys have questions, you want to know who would beat who, you want to know what's coming out, you want to know what you should be looking at, reading, or watching, or playing next. And so that's why we're here, to help you answer those, to guide you along your way, and of course to corrupt you with our own personal beliefs on the universe.
Accurate.
Yeah, that's right. So for all you new people, welcome, thank you. We like doing this, so you guys allow us to do it. And it's been 4 years, it's crazy. I'm really just wasting time up here. You guys want to say anything?
Hi.
So,
Hello.
Alright.
So, as you know, with the Type Moon panel, what was most of your first introduction to the Type Moon universe? Was it Fate Stay Night original Dean animation? Raise your hand.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thanks, guys.
You guys have been here since 2006. You guys have been doing a great job. I love you guys. How about Tsukihime?
Oh, all right.
You know what makes me proud about that? You watched Tsukihime and then you became a fan.
I watched that anime does not exist.
I watched one episode.
I would really.
Yeah.
You did not watch Tsukihime.
That guy right there. He knows what's up.
Tsukihime anime does not exist.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if they made an anime off of Tsukihime?
You know what's crazy is we have an announcement. That's happening.
At some point.
We're gonna get a Tsukihime anime. I'm excited.
Done by Studio Dean again, hopefully.
Hey, they made Rakugo. Rakugo's a great show.
Actually,
They also-
And they also did Konosuba, yeah.
No, more importantly, because we're not quite the Type Moon panel yet, if you don't know, Studio Dean made a domestic violence PSA anime. I'm not joking. It aired at Dragon Con. The Studio Dean rep showed up and showed it. It was amazing. It's called Dynamic Venus, as in domestic violence, DV. If you get a chance, please, it's a 20-minute short, Dynamic Venus. Studio Dean made it. It's amazing. Watch it.
You will never stop plugging that.
No, I will never stop looking at it, because you know what? For a studio that I have so much animosity towards because they're terrible, I was shocked at how good.
Log Horizon. They screwed up Log Horizon.
Okay.
How do you screw up Log Horizon?
So, welcome to the Studio Dean hating panel. Welcome.
So what
was it again?
2017 edition.
What was the
I
PSA?
disagree with
Dynamic Venus.
because Dynamic Venus is terrifying.
That's true. It is true. But you know what? You wouldn't be here if you weren't comfortable with some form of discomfort and horror, right? I mean, let's be honest about the Type Moon universe. It is not the most pleasant place. But Dynamic Venus is absolutely horrifying, but it's wonderful. It really is.
I don't know. Some sick parallel about domestic violence doesn't sound very appealing to me.
Is it bad that when you were describing that, I thought you were describing the Tsukihime anime?
It's domestic violence for your eyes.
Well, I will say this: in both, the boyfriend character stabs his girlfriend.
I don't know. One thing's about sacrifice.
Ooh, our grail.
What does it cost? What will you surrender to attain? The other one's about beating your wife, quite literally, or
Do me a favor. Put these in the Grail so they can be tainted.
Here, I will add a sacrifice to the Grail.
You have
Awesome.
more candy you're holding out?
I'm getting you the milk candy. You quit your wine.
It was pretty milky.
I have raisins, they're nature's candy.
Welcome to the Type Moon panel.
What flavor do
Welcome.
you have on the table?
Can I have one?
What's this?
Yeah, what's that?
We'll get to that. We haven't started yet.
Can
None
I
of this is
have one?
official.
I'm gonna die and I need sugar. Thank you.
Oh, here. Oh. All right. I got one for you.
So I just wanted to say, for those of you who have been with us since the beginning, just thank you guys so much for all your support and continue to be awesome fans of an awesome franchise. I say this for all the cosplayers that the Type Moon community is the nicest, most mature, most welcoming, and all-inclusive cosplay group you'll ever be a part of. And I've been cosplaying Archer since back in 2011, back when the only thing that was out was the Dean anime and the Unlimited Blade Works movie had just come out in Japan. We hadn't even gotten Zero yet until the end of that year. And I remember what it was like back then compared to what it is now, and just the absolute explosion of Type Moon popularity that Zero and now the second wave of that we got from like Grand Order.
Third wave.
Yeah, we're at like the second wave was Zero, the third wave was like Grand Order and all
Welcome.
that stuff. So just the amount of awesome support that.
Welcome to the Type Moon fan panel.
Welcome, guys.
Side note, I'm from Canada. The fandom down here is nicer.
You're from Canada.
Well, we are the sound.
Do you have Monopoly money?
Here and not go back to Canada.
Yo, Ben, how'd you do that?
Hang on. You said you're from Canada, right?
Yes.
You know Emily North is this
Yo.
weekend, right?
Fuck that
I don't live
Ascension
there
quest.
anymore. I couldn't
No,
go.
no,
Oh,
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
you drove from
Fun
Toronto
No.
to... She lives from Momo-Con.
All right, we're about to get started. We're going to start actually by introducing ourselves. So I'm going to start on our far left here, your right. This is our resident Archer. Please introduce yourself and what your favorite Type Moon's property is.
All right, so how's everybody doing tonight?
Wow, that's actually pretty impressive.
You guys love the Fate universe?
Yeah.
You guys love Type Moon?
Yeah.
So do I. My name is Clinton Bradley. I'm a resident here in Georgia. Like I said, I've been cosplaying Archer since 2011. My favorite Type Moon property is obviously the Fate universe. My number one favorite is Fate Zero, but I have really grown a strong affection for the extra continuity, primarily Extella, and these guys have kind of had to make me moderate my Extella ranting for this panel, so I'm going to do my best. But I have basically been, because of how early on I started cosplaying Fate, I basically pioneered the cosplay group we have here in Georgia, so I was so happy to see all these new faces at the photo shoot today. All of you guys look fantastic. I'm really looking forward to getting those pictures published and cosplaying with you guys again very soon. Hopefully you guys can make it to Anime Week in Atlanta.
Awesome. And to my immediate left, your right.
Hi, I'm James Tritton. I basically started this panel. It was my idea originally, and it's been going for 4 years.
And your favorite Type Moon property.
Let's see, my favorite Type Moon property was It's Heaven's Feel visual novel route.
All right.
Favorite anime adaptation is Zero, and favorite game, Grand Order.
All right. To my immediate right is our resident Melty Blood expert. Your left. Please
who are
introduce
you?
yourself.
Who are you?
I'll go and pull this here. Hello.
Hello.
My name is Joey, and I, as Kevin just said, I have been playing Melty Blood ever since at Cadenza. And I am currently playing it on PC. I'm so glad that it's on PC and I can actually read it, and I don't have to read a guide anymore. And it's so beautiful. I love it. And my goal today is to be the crotchety old man because I'm really annoyed that so much Fate is around.
Yeah, and your favorite Type Moon property.
Do I even need to
You
explain
absolutely
that?
you need to say it.
It's Melty Blood.
Yeah.
Followed very closely by Tsukihime, and then followed very closely after that by Fate Zero.
Awesome. And then our AV gentleman here, we should all give him a round of applause for helping us with this panel of slides. Can you please introduce yourself? You got a working mic right there, I believe.
Hey, James Rankin, and let's see, my favorite property of Type Moon has to be the Heaven's Feel route of the OG Face Night.
Awesome. And then finally, your moderator for this panel is myself. I'm Kevin, and my favorite Type Moon work is Angel Notes because I'm a hipster. And for any of you who don't know, Angel Notes is like one of the first properties that Nasu ever made. It would establish the types. It introduces the concept of planets being able to like be personified and fight people. And it's actually technically the name of their company. It's called Notes. If you want to get into the details.
He liked it before everybody else heard about it.
I know. All right, so we're gonna get started with the panel, and anyone who wants to participate, actually, we're doing a costume contest. We did this last year. We liked how it worked out, so we're gonna do a costume contest again. If you want to participate in the costume contest, please line up on this wall over to the left.
Not now.
No, do it right now. Get over there.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, get over there before everyone gets comfortable, really, because we got an hour of this. Let's get the costume contest out of the way so that all the people who are dressed up and want to possibly win a prize can get over and present themselves. And then we will get right into Type Moon. Now I have to ask for the people in the crowd, how many of you are not aware that there are things in the Type Moon universe that are not fate?
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, alright, great. Oh, wonderful. I was asked by my panelists here to make sure that the people knew that there were things, because otherwise we'd have to go over it, and I'd rather discuss the cool stuff.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's totally understandable because it's all just me.
So I'm going to have our resident archer discuss the gifts for us that might possibly be won by this prize of a costume contest.
Okay, so we're having two major prize giveaways, one of which is for the winner of the cosplay contest, decided by us, your judges, and the second one is going to be for questions. So when we get to the Q&A section, we're going to have a way, and I'm sure Kevin will talk more about this, to submit questions. We're going to put them inside the Holy Grail, and we'll draw from them the question we like the best, and you guys will win a prize. So the second place prize we have here, James, if you go ahead and talk about that, I'll get the grand prize.
All right, so the grand prize. Oh no.
Second place.
So the second place prize is this lovely. Oh.
And they're not actually first and second; it's your choosing. So
yeah. So the person who wins the cosplay contest is to pick between these two prizes, and then the person who wins the best question gets the other prize. So James, take it away.
All right, so so this first prize over here is the Saber Lily Second Ascension Figma from Good Smile Company. Actually, I don't think you can buy this yet. I got it early at ASEN, so this is like quite a good pickup.
It's really awesome.
Yeah, from the GSC booth at ASEN last. Oh, what? You could have. Oh, never mind.
All right.
Did you not see my Facebook post about this?
Now, James, move on.
Archer.
Okay, and so.
All right, hold on. Let's be clear about this, please describe it.
Full disclosure.
Okay, so full disclosure. So this is actually not as impressive as it looks. So this is not sealed.
For one thing.
We strongly suspect that it's a bootleg.
However,
it is still. Yes.
We've looked at it. It looks pretty good. If you want this figure,
it's been personally inspected by us, so we've taken a look at it. It is definitely of high quality, but it is a bootleg. And so because we do not support bootlegs, as you can see, we're all big fake fans. Well, some of us, especially, are into collecting figures.
I actually own this figure, the real one, because I'm not a faker.
So we don't support bootlegs. So we decided we're going to give it away as a gift.
Right.
So again, it is still very, very nice though for those of you that can't afford to get the real thing, because this thing, the real thing, retails for over $300, I believe. So,
all right.
On the other hand, I would like to say this is quite real. So
amazing.
This is real.
All right, let's get the costume contest started. The first contestant, just walk over here in front of us.
Let's go. Who's first?
Who's first? In line. Let's move. Yeah,
hey.
Just come up here and then tell us your costume, and then we're gonna make you twirl. Awesome. So tell us about your costume.
Well, I have Galaxia over there, since we're doing a fake Sailor Moon crossover.
All right. You want to join?
No, but fine.
So, Fate Sailor Moon crossover. That's awesome. All right.
This is a Galaxia crossplay. Just letting you know. She came first. He's just trying.
I got it. All right. Please, if you do favor, show it to everybody, and then I want to hear cheers for how much you guys like this. And if you don't like it, it's okay. We're a mean panel.
Go ahead and boo. I don't care.
Merciless, absolutely merciless. I think it's pretty cool. All right. Yeah. Twirl for them, please. Yeah. Thank you. All right. And next, I believe that's a Gilgamesh of some sort.
What a show off.
All right. Please tell us about your costume, Luca.
I am king of fucking everything.
All right. You have king of fucking everything. That's all right. Gilgamesh, please twirl for the people while you play your music.
Wow.
If you like this, please cheer.
He actually twirled. I can't believe Gilgamesh actually twirled.
Yeah, well, you know, I am the moderator of this universe.
Damn.
I am very happy. I am very happy to see the return of dubstep AF. By the way, thank you very much.
Excellent.
Autograph you got on there? Huh?
Thank you, Vincent's autograph.
Okay.
That one has a gift.
All right, next cosplayer. I see some kind of Ren.
Hi, waifu.
All right, please tell me your costume real quick.
Nobody said.
All right. Yeah, and anyone who likes Rinjo Zaka, please, yeah, go for it. Thank you. And
Yeah, boy, oh my.
thank you very much. All right, next costume. Tell us about your costume. That looks pretty cool.
I'm the best.
You are the best. So, tell us about your costume.
Gilgamesh.
All right. And what version are you playing as here?
The awesome version?
Yeah.
They're all awesome though.
Clyde, yeah, President Leo Clyde
That was a long
Binder.
I don't care.
Thank you. All right. Wonderful. We have Magical Schoolgirl Gilgamesh. Oh, all right. Next. Tell us about your costume.
I'm gonna try to sleep, but sorry. It's okay.
All right, we got a wedding saber. She wants candy. Wonderful. Next.
Excalibur!
What, so good?
Do the move, Excalibur.
Oh god, I'm embarrassed.
All right, next costume, please. Tell us about your costume.
I'm Bride Nero from Grand Order, and I'm not gonna get kicked out for this because it's covered up. It is canon from the back.
Nice. All right. Bright Nero. Thank you. Next costume.
I am the angry tiny bean, Ilya.
Ilya. All right. Please twirl for the audience. Oh, wonderful. I like that. Next, I had some kind of lancer, I think, maybe with some toothpicks. What are those? What do you got? All right, still play your costume. Tell you, who are you? Where are your costume?
I'm Lancer from Fate Zero. I have not managed to follow my lens yet.
Awesome.
Let's change that.
Can you, dear one, please twirl for the crowd? Yeah. Show off that manly lancer body. Awesome. Thank you very much. Next costume. Some kind of Gilgamesh, I think.
Bask in the glory of your true king, mongrels.
Wonderful. Twirl for that. Let's see. Yeah. Wonderful.
Another Gilgamesh.
Oh! I like it. Wonderful. Next costume, some kind of Shiro. He is the butt of his sword. Alright, and please twirl for the audience. I don't think you need much more of an introduction than that. Wonderful. Yeah. Really. Next costume.
Standing up for the unappreciated character, not one Elizabeth in this whole convention.
Don't worry. Don't worry, Liz. Don't worry, Liz. I like you. You're a great idol.
Please twirl for the audience. Idol. Next. Yeah, what do you got here? Enkidu!
That's my son!
Yeah. Kill
Next
it, you
costume.
do and ship it.
Kirisugo Emiya, Master of Saber and the Holy Grail War.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, he's got... That's a nice twirl. Wow. Look at that.
360 no scope.
Next, please.
Kirisugu, there were 200 people on a boat.
That's right.
Everyone died! The end!
All right, tell us about your costume. Wonderful.
I'm actually just his prop, actually.
Oh, Suit Saber from Fate Zero, the prop. I like it. Please twirl for the audience. It looks awesome. Yeah.
Saber!
Woo.
By the order of my command seal, destroy the Holy Grail!
No. No way. We need that. The Holy Grail War here has only just begun. Please, next costume.
I'll say it's already destroyed.
Tell us about your adorable costume. No, say you can say it with energy because it's awesome and you deserve the recognition.
I'm Lion Saber.
Oh,
the saber. Please feed the saber.
Hey, there's a Lancer back there!
Where's the zero? We need to feed the
All right,
saber.
and oh, love it. Last contestant, please come down. Do. Tell what about your costume? What do you got here?
I am Astolfo.
Astolfo.
Wisely owner and victor of the Holy Grail.
Wonderful. Please twirl for the audience. I'm gonna let my four panels here deliberate behind me, and they're gonna pick the winner. And
I do everything behind you. It's okay.
perfect. So if you guys will just kind of meet up behind me, discuss the winner. All right, while we're doing that, I want to again thank everybody for showing up. We really like that we've been able to do this for 4 years in a row. It's amazing. I hope you guys have excellent questions for us. You're gonna try to stump us. You're gonna try to make us think of things in new, different ways. It's gonna be amazing. We have a mic in the middle there that soon you guys can line up to ask us any question you want, and we're gonna try to figure out which of you asked the best question so we can reward you. And it looks like we might have a winner. And James? Oh, it looks like they've decided on Elizabeth Bathory, the idol. I'm not gonna ask you to sing. I'm just gonna say that it'd be cool if you could. But please come up here. You get to pick one of these two amazing prizes. Faker Altar, which is amazing still, and absolutely amazing here.
Rather someone who's more of a fan than me get the real thing.
That's fine. It's wonderful. Congratulations. We really like doing this stuff. Good job, guys. All right. Now the panel will begin. This is a Type Moon panel, and I don't know, there's a lot of big properties that have been coming out this year. We're going to discuss them in no particular alphabetical order, and we're going to kind of just go through some of the fake properties before we discuss some of the ones that have come out and are coming out. I'd like to, just alphabetical order here. We have Fate Apocrypha, the anime, coming out soon. Next season, right? Netflix is going to be airing it after the season's over. It's going to be great. We have Fate Excel, came out earlier this year. It's amazing. Our resident archer here is going to discuss this shortly. We have Fate the Furious. It's really a lot of metal, noble phantasms. Continue. All right, we have Fate Grand Order coming out next month, probably. Sometime in summer. Most fans rejoice we can finally do this.
Hey, I don't think they've announced this, but maybe we'll be able to get The Rock as a servant in Grand Order.
That'd be pretty cool. I like it. We have Heaven's Feel movie coming out. We're really excited about that. And before we go too much further, I'd like my resident Melty Blood here to announce, please. We have a Melty Blood tournament here. Can you tell them more?
Yes. So, Melty Blood. To my knowledge, I have played Melty Blood for a very long time. It has never had a tournament here at Momo-Con.
No.
To my knowledge. I may be wrong, I may be right. But the thing is, if this is the case, if this is the first Melty Blood tournament, I really want this to be successful. If you play Melty Blood, if you like watching Melty Blood, show up there. It is tomorrow, I believe, at noon. Everybody understand?
All right, tomorrow noon.
Question.
All right, yeah.
In the parking lot.
It has to be
No.
on
Hey.
It's right
Hey.
next to the bathroom.
Okay, hold on. I just want to put this out here. I have played fighting games ever since I was 7. I started off with Street Fighter II Turbo on the arcade cabinets. I have never seen a more dedicated FGC fan base than Melty Blood. You will see them playing that game anyway. It does not matter what TV is available. It does not matter if they are in the parking lot. It does not matter if they are in the bathroom. I have seen them play Melty Blood there.
Frosty Fausty
It's amazing.
2016. Fire alarm pulls their plane on a laptop in the parking lot. It's 5 below 0.
Yeah, that's Melty Blood. And luckily for Fate fans, well, Type Moon fans really, the largest Melty Blood community in the country, as far as I'm aware, is here in Atlanta.
Right here.
So if you guys want to get into Melty Blood, you're interested in Melty Blood, you want to start competing in Melty Blood even, this is the place to be.
There are literally dozens
Get
of
to Excella here, and I'd like to have Archer tell us about it.
I'd like to ask that we get that last statement, please.
amendment.
Amendment?
Yep.
What's up?
The thing is, in Georgia Tech, every Friday there is always a sort of fighting game gathering. It always consists of Melty Blood players, and we also play other enemy fighting games such as Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, whichever suits your fancy.
So Georgia
But
Tech,
definitely Melty.
every Friday, Melty Blood.
And in Georgia Tech, if you want to know more, you can join I believe it's the Georgia Arces
We've got 15 minutes after the panel where we got to clean up, and if you want to know more, I'm sure this gentleman will help us make sure we nail that down for you. All right, tell us about Excella came out earlier this year.
Okay, so who here was at our panel at AWA last year? Okay, so you guys remember my rant about Excella when it was coming out? So Excella released in Japan in November of last year. We finally got the English release in January of this year. It is available on PlayStation 4 and the Vita. And for those of you that don't know, Excella is a Musou-style arena-based fighting game, very similar to Dynasty Warriors or Sengoku Basara. Who here has played Fate Excella?
Wow.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
Now, who here...
more than
Who here has played and finished all 4 of Excella's main story routes?
Wow.
You guys, those of you who haven't, you are in for a treat. Excella is one of my favorite new Type Moon properties. It is written by Nasu, and you can tell all the little quirks he has in there with the writing. Altera's route is the best route by far. Yeah, absolutely. And Altera's servants, Iskander and Gilgamesh and Jeanne d'Arc, are the best characterized and best utilized servants in all of the teams. I've done a thorough Let's Play of the game. You'll find it posted on the Type Moon Universe page, I'm sure. I'm almost to the 4th and final route, but absolutely, if you guys can pick up a copy of it, if you have a PS4 to play it on, do yourself a favor and pick up Fate Excella. There are unsold copies of this game in GameStops right now, and it is a crime. And as a Musou game, even if you're not a fan, it is a good Musou game. The gameplay is a lot more sharp and responsive, and you feel like you're playing as a servant. It is overall more fun
So I
than its
see
competitors.
some hands for questions and comments. Start lining up. We're almost ready. So we will take it when we are done with the presentation. It'll just take a minute. We're almost there.
Yeah.
And so if you got a question or comment, doesn't matter if it's Excella or what, there's a mic right there. Just start lining up. We will get to it. It's in a second, I promise. Next is Grand Order.
Although, before we move on from Excella, I would also like to say, even though the PS4 copies have not sold yet, there is a Switch version confirmed.
Yes, thank you for pointing that out. So the Nintendo Switch version is coming out in July. The only difference between the Switch version and what we have on the PS4 is that all of the outfits, all the alternate costumes that are available as DLC on the other platforms are going to be included, including Bright Nero. Right there. Bright Nero is going to be available on the Switch version. But other than that, it's the same game. If you want to play it, definitely pick up the PS4 or Vita versions because they are cheaper.
All right, Grand Order is coming out soon. Do you want to talk a little bit about that, James?
All right, so who here has played Fate Grand Order?
Woo!
Wow,
Yeah.
who wants to play Fate Grand Order?
Yeah.
All right, so
Hold on. Who will begrudgingly play Fate Grand Order when it begins English? Thank you.
All right. So,
Just wanted to get that out of the way. Thank you.
so I'm not going to talk and tell you how to play Fate Grand Order because you know what? It's in English soon. I'm not going to teach you to play Fate Grand Order. You're going to, learn yourselves. Unlike the people who played like the original and just press buttons until something worked. Anyways, what I want to talk about instead is the significance of the fact that we're getting a English version of Fate Grand Order. Fate Grand Order is about to enter its 2-year anniversary later this year, and there has been a lot of Fate that's come from Fate Grand Order. I don't know if you understand this or not, but we're like at a 3rd wave of Fate franchises. Like, Fate's come back like 3 times now. There was the Fate Zero anime that, caused like a big stir. Then there was UBW that came out like, I think 2014, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
No, UBW was 15.
2015, thank you.
It was 14. It was 14.
Well, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's a long time ago now.
Second wave, and now we're on 3rd wave. We have a ton of franchises coming out. That's largely due to Fate Grand Order. If you don't keep up with like the profits and the incomes that show from Fate Grand Order consistently places in the top 10 on the Japanese App Store.
Actually, if you didn't just, I can't believe I'm going to say this because I hate mobile games, but Fate Grand Order is actually the 2nd highest grossing mobile game of all time, and that's just with Japan and China like together. So it's pretty crazy how popular it's become. and it's really driving all of this, which I'd like to get to. There's another Fate property that's coming out this year, so I really want to drive home how many Fate properties are. There's a Fate Prisma movie, which is cool. It's going to be awesome. It's coming out during this summer, I believe.
So who here actually has seen Prisma Iliad, its entirety?
4 seasons and 6.
Who here is hyped for that series? Let me do a minor disclosure of what Fate Prisma Iliad is. Fate Prisma Iliad is probably my favorite Fate movie that's coming out. Even I'm more hyped for that than the Heaven's Feel movie. Because I'm going to be honest, nothing's going to happen in part 1. Who's going to die?
Okay.
All right. So there's a lot of Fate stuff coming out this year, and if you can go to the next panel there, please. Yeah. All right. So I don't know about you guys, but we've been doing this for 4 years. We've been waiting for Girls Works for even longer than that. We just want to get a little rant out of the way before we start taking questions. And if we don't take questions, we will just rant. And that is, if you want to line up, you have anything. And that is that we are not seeing anything that's not Fate. They announced a Tsukihime remake at this point years ago. Nothing. We don't have any, no news, right? They announced Girls Works literally 6 years ago at this point. Ufotable is the studio that's going to make it. It's still on their table. They're still making it, but instead we're getting Heaven's Feel, which is great, but nothing but Fate is happening. And at this point, at least for us, because we're in there.
Hey, we have some light novels.
Oh, that's true. We have some light novels.
Yeah.
For the most part, we're not getting anything that's not Fate related.
So, obscure question. Like, we're not actually going to talk about these light novels because they're not translated. But has anyone actually read in Japanese the Records of El Malloy or Strange Fate? Anyone know what those are? In Japanese?
Yeah, they're not translated.
They're not translated, but those are some works in there.
Oh, it is translated.
Is it translated?
Yeah, it just came out.
Strange Fate started being translated.
Also, if you didn't know, Apocrypha, the anime, has a light novel, and there's 5 volumes of it, and 4 of them have already been translated. The 4th one came out, finished being translated April 1st of this year, which is unfortunate for the people who are translating it. But yeah, so there's a lot of properties. Most of them now are Fate related. I'm just going to leave it up there because, I mean, I really want to see Girls Works.
We will not forget.
We will not forget. No.
Girls Works will come out one day.
It will.
And we will be here to see it happen.
We hope. Yeah, we hope. All right, so are there any questions about, like, characters, lore, mechanics? I mean, we are your resident experts, and we're happy to answer any questions you have. And if you don't have any questions, again, I will just rant up here.
Hey,
Line up at the mic if you have questions.
Yeah, line up at the mic. Line up at the mic.
Oh, hello there. Please introduce yourself and ask your question. Don't forget, there's a prize for awesome questions.
I have won that 3 out of the last 4 times.
no.
Oh my god, alright, let's do it again.
Whatever.
Question though. So, what will come out first? Girls Work or Half-Life 3?
Alright, that's fair. Honestly, I think Girls Works will see.
I think Girls Works.
Yeah.
I honestly think Gabe Newell will kick the bucket before either of those things happen, but I think...
See what he's been... How
Yeah. Well, we're not the Half-Life panel, although it'd be really awesome, by the way, if Gordon Freeman was a heroic spirit. I'd be down for that. If someone was to ask what my, because we usually get asked, who would we like to see as a heroic spirit, I'm already going to name mine right now, Gordon Freeman. Thank you. Next question. Introduce yourself.
Okay, my name's Paul. I have the online
Little closer.
discourse question. Why can't Shiro project the rule breaker to break any other contracts?
So that's actually because he can create rule breaker. He can create any of those Noble Phantasms, but he can only create them at a certain grade. And it's not the original grade of a lot of them. That's why his versions are always breaking. And so because he can't create it at the original grade of Rule Breaker, it won't work on the majority of servants that they're dealing with. Because almost everybody that he deals with is an S-class because the Grail is broken and messed up. So he's got this B-grade Rule Breaker, which is short and obnoxious and doesn't really do anything. Plus, to remind you, he has to infuse it with his own mana, and he really doesn't do that well either. So it's not the greatest weapon for him, and it would suck when he made it. But it is addressed.
Yeah, so keep in mind with Rule Breaker, you actually see this a couple times throughout the franchise that depending on the dosage of the casting, essentially, you get different effects. So when she uses it in the Fate route or in the Dean anime, you see it's just oh, I broke Saber's armor or some crap, and then it's in a limited way where it's I completely brainwashed her, and it's the same attack, same instance, completely different effects.
Right. Yeah.
I've lost a lot of sleep over this one, so thank you.
You're welcome. That's a good question.
I will say this. I think having Rule Breaker for Shiro would make banking and credit cards. I mean, come on, that'd make it so much easier.
All right. Question?
Okay, my name's Brian. I picked up the Extalia once I managed to get a PS4 this year. I got the extras, the collector's edition had all the extra stuff. What extras do you hope come out in the next game that they're going to release?
What extras?
Yeah,
as
what
far
extra,
as-
like more cards or cloth thing? What thing do you think would be best to have into it?
I think every single collector's edition for everything Type Moon related needs to have an art material and a Figma. Because I tell you, if I were to have the Extella collector's edition over again, I would keep the art material exactly the way it is, but I want like a Figma of like Altera or something. That's what I want.
You know, I remember talking about this the other day with you. But so for those of you who actually keep up like some merch like most of the time, the Grand Order materials, there's these things called Grand Order materials, like they're basically like cosplay 101 for Fate characters. They're great. They're only in Japanese right now, but I'm hoping after the English release of Fate Grand Order, we'll get English versions of these. And like it's a big compendium that's similar to the book that's in the Noble Phantoms edition of Extella. So I'm like really hoping that, you know, Fate Grand Order will get enough traction. We'll get English versions of those books. Because, you know, that book's a fun read.
I love the book, and I love the cards were actually personally was
like Type Moon's really good about like writing down a lot of stuff and giving compendiums. Like there's 3 volumes of the Grand Order compendium right now, and they're really great. The only issue is I can't read Japanese, so
here's hoping.
The Japanese version of Extella, by the way, only include the art book. So the Regalia box and the Noble Phantasm edition we got in English are very different.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the thing is the English version has a hardcover, and the Japanese.
Next question.
Yes, I have a question about the Fate Heaven's Feel movie.
Well, first of all, introduce yourself.
My name is Caleb. And,
Hi, Caleb.
All right. I don't know if you guys knew this, but recently here in the United States, we got the Sword Art Online movie aired in theaters, Japanese and subbed. Do you think the Fate movies will get the same treatment?
Yeah, I mean Aniplex and I don't remember the distributor. I think it's like Azioland Pictures. They've been pretty good about bringing like stuff over. Like the Kizuna Katara movies were done by Aniplex, and they've been pretty good about those things coming over.
I think there's a good chance.
Like we're in a pretty good time right now, where like a lot of like anime movies have come over like not too long after Japan. So we're pretty good, except for Kimi no Na wa, which took a year to come out.
But we still got it, right?
It took a year.
So I think there's a good chance that we will see a theatrical release, even if it's like for like a day somewhere. Yeah, eventually.
So we're all going to go see it, right?
Yeah, the Plaza Theater. Keep an eye on the Plaza Theater in Atlanta. If you live in Atlanta, the Plaza. That's the big one.
All right. Question?
Okay, so I guess in context of some of us.
Introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm Lin. I play Kohaku, or Koha Mech. She has a spike ball that is very nice.
All right.
She does.
Question.
Okay, so for those of us who've been playing the Japanese version of Fate Go, right?
Yep.
Is there, like, are they going to make any improvements, or is there any reason to play this
I got
version?
this. So,
Yes, you do.
all right. So, you said you currently play Fate Grand Order, right?
Yeah.
You won't be able to bring any of your stuff from Japan over to the U.S. servers. It's a completely new server. Oh. No, we're getting vanilla.
Oh, so it'll be like playing Fate Grand Order again.
Yep. The main.
English.
It's English. We're gonna get the stories.
English is an improvement in my
Yes,
book.
the English is the main thing.
Yeah.
Quick follow-up, are we going to see Foe train a lot again?
Wait, what?
Foe, the guy who trains a lot in Fate Grand Order?
Doggy thing.
Wait, what? You mean Foe?
Yeah.
Yeah, we of course we're gonna see Foe.
No, I mean, will we see him train a lot again?
Hopefully.
What I mean is, there was a meme where...
Yeah, no,
I know the meme.
For me, hopefully, but only because I like to torture him. It's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Next question?
Hi, I'm Chelsea. I just want to know what your favorite servants are.
Ooh. I like this question, personally. All right, so we'll start at the far end there. I think it'll be a surprise when we find out who it is, right? All right, so favorite servant?
Other than Archer.
Who's your favorite servant?
It's really hard to pick. There's basically 2 categories. The 2 categories being, do I like them in terms of combat capabilities, or do I like them because they're a waifu? Do I like them in terms of their combat abilities? Ku is really good. Achilles is really good. Hercules is hard counters a lot of other servants in the Type Moon universe.
He also has hard.
But in terms of if they're a waifu, Scathish, obviously. And I'm a big fan of Altera as well.
All right. Favorite servant?
All right, so of course, I don't need to say my favorite servant. It's quite obvious that my wife, who is Rin Tosaka. So, if you don't play Fate Grand Order, Rin Tosaka is kind of like a demi-servant, kind of. Demi-servants are a thing. I'm not going to explain that to you until you play the Fate Grand Order game, because that's a big part of Fate Grand Order. But Ishtar.
All right,
Ishtar is amazing as well.
Your favorite servant?
You would like the personification of Ren.
Waifu.
Not
So-
only is she rich,
well,
she is
hold
a
on,
goddess. Well, the biggest problem, okay, I'm just going to get this out of the way. The biggest problem with saying Ren is the best waifu is you're misspelling Sakura.
Joey,
Just put it out there.
favorite servant.
Okay, favorite servants. I really have to go with Iskander. The manliest of men to ever stand. I love him.
Bow before your true king.
James, favorite servant?
My favorite servant, probably also Iskander, but if I had to choose someone else, Gil. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit. He's just awesome.
So I'm going to say Lancelot. I think Lancelot's the coolest servant. I like how his story and his loss of control as a servant when he's summoned as a berserker.
Which version of Lancelot?
I'm talking about Zero.
Sir Lancelot?
Yeah, Sir Lancelot. I think that's amazing, and I'm a huge fan. But with Apocrypha coming out, Ruler Jeanne d'Arc, maybe, yeah. Yeah, that's a little bit of a spoiler, but yeah, huge fan. Thank you. What do you got for us?
Yo, my name's George. What's up?
Hi, George.
Hi, George.
Yo. Okay, so thoughts on Enrico Pucci from JoJo? I mean Black Archer. I mean Emilia Alter.
You mean Demia from Detroit? That's canon. So if you haven't played the new Fate CC event, they've addressed the fact that we have a Black Archer. Okay, I'm not gonna say what he was originally called on the forum, but it started with a big N and Mia. That was the worst the English community has ever gotten. But but the Lightworks has addressed that in the new CC event. He is officially called Demia. There's a line segment between, I believe it's Elizabeth Bathory and Demia where she calls him Demia. I'm pretty sure it's him. But Demia is short for Detroit. So
Detroit Emilia. Personally, I hope he listens to Funky Town all the time.
By the way, no, he's actually pretty cool. Actually, I really like Demia.
I love the concept of an Emilia altar, and actually the aesthetic design of Emilia altar that we actually got, I don't mind it that much. But if I could redesign it, I probably would a little bit. But I definitely think the concept for an alter Emilia is actually really strong in my opinion. They could really do some good things with that. If he's just mercilessly he's lost his mind and he's really corrupt. I like the idea of that.
And let's be real, if Kirisuga Emiya as a servant is any indication, the deeper into the shithole you are, the darker your skin
that's
gets.
from the Zero XL order. They explain why that works out. That he's a servant. It's an alternate dimension, and he gets summoned. He's the but the reason why Assassin Emi is the thing is because he gets summoned in the alternate world as the counterforce from Gaia, so that's why he's a servant.
All right, next question. Please introduce yourself.
Mongrels.
Hi, Luca.
Hi. So, earlier, I couldn't see who all here has played Excella.
A lot of people. Yeah.
Who was worried that their dash button was going to get jammed?
Yes.
So that's a mechanics question. I had that concern maybe a little bit. I like dashing around.
I hate traps. Traps are the worst.
Get good. Yeah.
No, traps suck.
Thank you. Next question.
I'm David. Hi.
Hi, David.
I have a question for each of you.
All right, question for each of us.
Yeah, so who do you think the edgiest servant is?
Edgiest?
Edgiest?
Like the most edgelord of edgelords?
Okay. This is
okay.
He's sitting right there.
No. There is an edgy.
No, we'll go in order. You'll give yours. All right. Well, who do you think?
Who do I think is the edgiest servant? Well, whether he's berserker or not, it's Lancelot. It is absolutely Lancelot. Even when he's not a berserker, is sitting there
wading in the lake, like come
Brooding
on.
all day.
Yeah, like,
So edgy.
obviously Lancelot.
All right, James, who's the edges?
So, there's a guy named Edmond Dantes. He's the Avenger in Fate Grand Order, and he is edgy. Let me tell you, he is edgy.
It's Danganronpa servant.
Let me, can I pull it up? My laptop's connected. Please?
No. Veto. Too edgy. Joey, edges?
I mean, it's really, it kills me, guys, because you guys are just spouting out wrong answers.
All right.
Constantly. The answer's obviously Gilderoy. He spends his entire existence complaining about his lost girlfriend.
It's true. It's pretty edgy. James, do you have an opinion on edgiest servant?
Archer.
Yes.
Finally. All right. Finally. No, so I think the edgiest servant, honestly, is Fake Assassin from like the first 2 routes. And here's why. He is just trying way too hard to be cool.
Well, he's the legend.
Way too hard. He's like, oh, you're this beautiful flower, my lioness, all day. I'm just going to defend this gateway with my sword skills. I have nothing else in my life. My life is meaningless. My life is just worthless. I just imagine him listening to Death Cab for Cutie all day long. Waiting for Saber to show up so that he can just praise her. That's all I'm saying. I think he's the edgiest.
But minor tip now that we're talking about, he got the Sojo. Sasaki Kojiro, the legend. Whenever you play Fate Grand Order in English, whenever it comes out and you get the level 2 Orleans, make sure you have the legend. He'll help you a lot.
Wonderful. Thank you. All right. Question from the idol. Please introduce yourself again.
I'm Erica. I was asking in the Fate Exilla section of this. I found like the story mode seemed to be always towards the male character, and being a girl gamer, I couldn't feel, and I had to grind to get my servants up to levels. So what's your personal opinion on that?
I played as the female character, just saying.
I played as the female master too. So are you saying that the story is written geared towards men? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it feels like it almost.
Well, I personally think there's a translation error because oftentimes you'll be referred to as like husband.
Yes, that was a
That's just a
caster.
quirk of Tamamo, though. That's just a quirk of Tamamo. Okay, but I agree to an extent, but I feel like that's mostly the fault of the Japanese audience that game and that series is catered towards. They were obviously like, okay, we got Nero, who's busty, we got Tamamo, who's even bustier, and then we have Altera, who's a delicious brown waifu. So we're going to make it a fan servicey game. But how does that hinder your gameplay experience a little bit?
It did hinder it because I had to grind. Like when I got stuck on Taomei, the caster, I had to grind because I couldn't follow her story because she
So I
kept
have a
saying
question.
husband.
Would you have preferred it if after every battle you unlocked a little bit more like
Yeah.
a striptease?
Yeah.
For all the characters?
That would be great, especially with the male characters going into
I mean, that's fine. Yeah, the male servants too. That's cool. Like, I just, I want to remind some of the people that don't know, like, these were originally ero-gay, like, visual novels. Like, they were pretty explicit. You play like thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of like just dialogue to get to like one titty. But they were there. They were there, right? And Excella is the newest visual novel. I mean, as much as it's got Dynasty Warriors Combat, I mean, the way we describe it is a visual novel that is punctuated and played by playing Dynasty Warriors Combat, right? But it's hidden away. It's a visual novel. So like my question is, I mean, obviously it's definitely a slog, and the translation does not help. But I personally think it's an improvement, at least over unlocking sex scenes randomly, right? Like it's actually story focused instead of like random excuse for sex focus.
Well, here's the thing. I definitely agree with your criticism. I will say that, but I feel like really what it boils down to is a pacing issue with the first 2 routes. The first 2 routes are all happy-go-lucky, it's fan service, and then you get to Altera's route. Altera's route is the Heaven's Feel route of the game. It just is. Like you're like, there is not a single thing I am not willing to sacrifice. There is not a single thing I'm not willing to do to make this one person's dream come true, and that is deep.
So it gets better.
Yes, it is deep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next question.
Hi, my name's Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hi. I'm a noob to the Type Moon universe. My friends introduced me. Thank you.
Welcome.
One of us.
One of us.
One of us. One of us. Woo! All right. So real quick, what was your introduction to the Type Moon universe?
Well, my buddies got me playing Melty Blood.
Oh, awesome! That's a good intro. All right.
God bless you, sir.
All right. So question.
So my question to you guys, as the experts, is what's a good jumping off point to get into the lore, to get into the mythos, and to, you know, really pick up more information about this world?
All right, so we're gonna take this down for all of us because I think all of us have a slight different take on this. So from the beginning, all right, what do you recommend?
So what is a jumping on point to get into the series?
Yeah.
So always what I say when I get asked this question rather, is do you have the patience to read the visual novel? If you do, obviously take advantage of that. But here's the thing: not a single person in this room, unless you have a physical copy of it, paid money to read that visual novel. You played a fan translation, so therefore you basically pirated it. And so I cannot really fully condone that, even though the visual novel is the best way to play it. I own the PS2 copy and the Vita copy. But to answer your question more directly, if you don't have the patience for the visual novel, watch every anime for Fate. Don't watch the Tsukihime anime unless you're really morbid. Watch every Fate anime in order of its release. So Dean, Alone Blade Works the movie, Zero, Carnal Phantasm, Alone Blade Works the series, Personalia, so on. That's
a good start.
Yeah.
All right, James, your recommendation?
Same thing as CJ said. Like, if you don't want to read as many pages as War and Peace,
I'm honestly okay with reading.
and read it.
Yeah,
The
do
visual
it.
novel is the best way to get into it. It is the best way. But if you're not willing to read, I would probably say I would probably watch Zero and then do Unlimited Blade Works, the newer ones, because like they're pretty easy, user friendly. Like the Dean versions like got the gist of it, but they don't go on into like the minor details that much. Whereas the UVW like have like respect for like the overall universe. So
The dub is a million times better in the Dean.
Joey, your recommendation?
Although I would say Grand Order might be a good point to get into it.
No.
Maybe.
Moving on. Joey.
Okay, so if you're getting into Fate, I would pretty much vocal what they said, but I would go the original Studio Dean adaptation and then go into Fate Zero. That way you go, it's basically a day and night difference. You basically go from, okay, here's an anime that has no budget to all the budget.
Unlimited budget works.
And accurate. And since you, kind sir, did say that you like Multi-Blood, I can help you out on that as well.
Thanks, fam.
Very, very simple. I would read the Tsukihime visual novel because it is fantastic. That way, the storyline of Multi-Blood will actually make sense.
Yes.
And then read the manga. Do not touch that story. It is horrible. You will go insane by playing that game trying to get all the storylines.
Yeah.
I would recommend reading the manga. It should be on Batoto if I remember correctly. It is very good, and it is a very good continuation of the Tsukihime storyline.
And James, do you have an opinion on what you should start with?
Yeah, my personal opinion is to start with the Fate Stay Night visual novel because it is actually really good. It's a lot of text, but it's well written. And if you play through all three of the routes and then go look at the anime, you basically know almost everything.
All right, so I'm going to mirror Joey here, actually. If you're willing to read a visual novel, read Tsukihime. Right? It's the only real way to experience Tsukihime, and it also deals with what you're already introduced to, Multi-Blood.
Sure.
Do the Multi-Blood manga, get through it, and then watch the Fate stuff and enjoy it. But
Is the manga complete?
Yes.
yes, yeah. And also, and then once you're into the canon, James has a really good point here. Karno Kyokai is kind of like the beta test for Tsukihime, and it's got some great anime like films. So if you read Tsukihime, the visual novel, and you're like, oh, this is really awesome, and I'd like more, and I'd love if my main character was a female and a badass instead of a whiny bitch, then seriously, Karno Kyokai is amazing. Garden of Sinners is great. It's wonderful. Just keep in mind that everything that happens in Karno Kyokai, just as everything that happens in Apocrypha, just as everything that happens in Grand Order, is non-canon. It takes place in an alternate universe. It's not part of the continuation of Fate, Tsukihime, Multi-Blood. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Watch those films in chronological order of their release. Don't try to watch them in chronological order of the events because you will go crazy.
All right. Next question, please.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I used to translate
Hello.
Type Moonworks. Are any of you guys from Pro Boards, from Beast Slayer?
Oh, Beast Slayer? No, I don't really follow. I'm more like Reddit.
Yeah.
But I do. So
You know what I
Beast Lair is the best place to keep up with all
It's
the
true.
news. It's true.
I hop on there every now and then when I want to do like some research by finding what someone else has already dug up for me.
Sick. Well, we're going to go into Tsukihime real quick. I've got a question. Speaking of canon versus non-canon, on the list of 27 dead apostles, Nero was taken off because he died, and they added Louvre. Why didn't they bump everyone else up one instead of just adding someone completely random into there? Maybe Melty Blood Man can help me out here.
All right, here we go.
I like the way that sounds. Melty
I'm just saying, man.
Even though I will openly admit I am not nearly qualified enough to earn that title.
What about Notes Guy?
Oh yeah, so
if you read Notes, you read Prelude and Talk, right?
Yeah, so it's a good question. So if you don't know,
You want to go first, me?
I'll just kind of go over the Dead Apostle. Like, there's this list of basically ridiculously powerful vampire-esque people in the Tsukihime universe, rated by like their power. And when Nero dies, he wants to know why does the list not just like bump everybody up, but instead like a random no-name person kind of sort of jumps in there and takes his place. My personal take on it is that the order was never truly a power order. And the reason why that's my personal take on it is because like Type Mars in South America isn't number 1, right? On the list. And so you would think that the most powerful being of Mars that represents all of the planet, that later on will help wipe out all of life as we know it, right? That's currently slumbering and is requiring multiple people just to keep it from like going nuts and murdering everything. Which would be the Mercury, thank you.
Yeah.
Type Mercury. Yeah, sorry, Type Mercury. All the M's in the planets. But yeah, basically you'd think that they would be number 1 on the list, but they're not. So my take on it is that there's just like a solid list that's always had that number of people, basically, and then as people die, they're replaced by other people in that location. It's almost like a title rather than like a power ranking. That's my personal take on the list.
Killer.
Yeah, that's pretty much been mine as well, especially in the realm of, say, Melty Blood. It's always been more of a title, and it's a title of what kind of power that you have. It's always been kind of, this is my beast spawning crown. This is my make everybody a vampire crown. And that's basically what the Dead Apostle title was, at least from my interpretation.
Killer. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. All right, please introduce yourself.
My name is Robert. Originally the Tsukihime fan, but I'm really into, I love Fate. I really do. I love almost every Fate series I came about, but I'm kind of faded out. I want to know, what's your guys' favorite characters outside of Fate series?
Okay.
All right, we're gonna, here we go.
My favorite character that's not in Fate is got to be Ryoki Shiki from Kara no Kyoga. Because I actually joked around for a while saying that Ryoki Shiki was my waifu, but she actually would make a terrible girlfriend in reality because of her personality. But as a character and as a female protagonist, I love Ryoki Shiki from Kara no Kyoga.
Do you have an opinion?
I think Kota actually likes it though.
Let's see. I really like Arcblade a lot.
But come on.
I love just the calm golf.
I don't know. Like, part of me also wants to say Shiki Toto too. I also like Shiki Toto.
All right, Joey.
So this actually came up in the first panel that we had here at Momo-Con. I was asked who my favorite character in All of Type Moon was, and I said Icekender. But he remembered a conversation I had a year prior, and he forced me to admit that actually my favorite character are the maids from Tsukihime, Hisumi and Kohaku. I have always found them incredibly compelling characters. I've always loved the fact that they're basically of one mind, just two separate emotional wavelengths. And I've always found them insanely interesting, so that is my answer.
Yeah, but they were the cool maids before we got
Does
to
anyone
Zero.
remember this?
They were amazing.
Does anyone remember the name of the Seiyu of, because one of the Seiyus passed away recently. Yeah. Moment of silence, Risk.
Can I add something to my answer as well?
Sure.
So if I knew more about Tsukihime, my favorite character would probably be Awazaki Aoko, because she's a fascinating character and she also transcends like 3 different works, including being the protagonist of a visual novel we still have not been translated. Mahosuke no Yoro, so...
What is
Never.
Yeah,
I
what
hope
happened
it's soon, but
Where's
never.
the Beast Lair guy?
James, do you have an...
Maho something? Whatever happened? Yes, whatever happened to that?
It's still being translated.
Whatever happened to Girls Works? Do you have an opinion on character outside of Fate that you like?
probably my favorite non-fake character would be Shigitono.
Okay. So, again, Angel Notes, right? You know, can't help myself. Gun God.
Yes.
All right, last human ever.
But that's technically kind of fake.
No. Notes is its own.
No.
It's like 4,000 years in the future after everything else. It was actually near 4,000, so it's 2,000 years in the future after everything else. So that's my personal favorite outside of the Fate universe. I think second for me actually would probably be Shigitono. I mean, just awesome. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Next question.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Hello, my name is Samuel. I'm still fairly new to the Type Moon fandom.
Welcome, one of us. Welcome, Samuel. So,
I was introduced from Fate Extra, for those curious.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
Your question.
So let's have a little hypothesis here. So when Fate Grand Order comes to the States, let's say they introduce some new servants. What historical figures would you like to see turn into servants?
I mean,
what's left?
Yeah, what's left, right?
Genghis Khan.
Pretty much only Americans.
Wait, so have you actually delved into any of the Fate Grand Order servants yet?
I have an answer for you. So it's recently just happened. I saw Bahubali, the conclusion.
Oh, God.
So I'm not going to be able to help you. Bahubali, the mythical Indian made-up Hercules recently, right? He's amazing. It's wonderful. I would love Bahubali.
Just
to be a
for
servant.
reference, he has not shut up about this movie for 2 weeks.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Not gonna lie. Yes, that's my answer. Like seriously.
I mean, so I could list you
Not
some
really
characters from Fate Grand Order that you might not know.
There's a bunch of people. So the reality is that Big Grand Order has basically made.
Do you want to know the
everybody who's
wackiest
ever been in
character
history
that they've introduced so far, in my opinion?
book. Go for it.
So the wackiest character, in my opinion, is probably Thomas Edison, who's a laser shooting lion.
Laser shooting lion.
Yes.
This is canon.
Yeah, it's canon. I don't know exactly what happened because I didn't read like the translations yet, but he's a laser shooting lion.
Yeah. So, anyone else have a historical figure they want to mention?
Oh, I figured, first of all, I have a joke answer and a serious answer.
All right.
My joke answer only because Tripp is not here, and this is Tripp's, like...
Alright, shout out to the ones that are lost. Tripp's not here, he's our sixth.
General Sherman. I would toss anyone in General Sherman.
Pretty good answer.
My answer is I'm absolutely obsessed with the Sengoku era of Japanese history, and there's a lot of people I'd love to see from that. I would like to see like St. Francis Xavier or something like that, or even like Tokugawa Ieyasu or somebody like that.
Yeah. Awesome. And then, any opinions?
I actually have a question for the Fake Go people. Have they done Teddy Roosevelt yet?
No.
Can we have Teddy Roosevelt?
Probably. Maybe.
I got one. Don't be a
Joey, here we go.
Alright, so it's really annoying that you picked garbage tier presidents. There is only one, and that is number one, George Washington.
All right. I'd be down for that. Thank you.
So would you like go around with like an axe and like chopping down?
Yes.
No, he would have the eject button. He would be able to get you out of any dangerous situation immediately.
For those who are unaware, Washington is like the general who does the glorious, infamous retreat. He can retreat from
Wonderful.
anything.
Introduce yourself and question.
So, hi, I'm Madison.
Hi there.
My question is sort of two-parted. Who do you find to be the most competent in the Fate series master and the least competent? It does not have to be...
Well, there's only one answer for least.
Like, it doesn't have to be by if you win the Grail War. That doesn't make you the most competent. You can
Sure,
win
yeah.
it.
So most competent, least competent. All right, what do you think?
Most competent, hands down, is Bazette.
Sure.
Absolutely. Bazette is the most competent master because, okay, Kirei is a genius. I would say Kirei is the most competent master, but I really can't afford to give him that title. Kirei is a genius because he knew that she was the most threatening one of his adversaries and cut her out immediately at the beginning of the war. He knew what he was doing.
Well,
he actually wanted to destroy the rest
So
of them.
Bazette is the number one for you. Who's the weakest?
I know what.
Shinji.
Yes, I know
Shinji Mato.
answer, but I might have to go with. I mean, at least you can give Shinji that he actually knew he was fighting in the Holy Grail War and actually tried to apply some tactics. So I may have to go with Ryunosuke.
All right. Fair. All right. Any opinions?
I agree with Bazette. If the only reason why Bazette lost that Grail War was that there was a guy named Kotomini Kirei who, you know...
All right. Real quick, is there anyone up here who doesn't think Bazette's the most competent?
Bazette is awesome.
If you haven't seen Prisma Ilia yet, you should watch Prisma Ilia. Bazette's
Alright.
in there.
The only good part.
Universally Bazette,
No,
and then
that's not
Weegus?
The weakest?
Weegus. Least competent.
CJ actually stole my answer. I was going to say
Yeah, I'm talking about Rinosuke.
Because he is utterly worthless. All he is just a murder box.
All right, James, same opinion?
There's also Shinji. He's pretty incompetent.
But Shinji's fun to laugh at.
He is fun to laugh at. But
All right, so your answers are Bazette, universally, and then a cross between Shinji and Ryunosuke because they both suck. Thank you.
Hi, Ben.
Who would win?
Quick,
Ryunosuke or
just
Shinji?
a warning, we're at the last 2 minutes, so quick question?
It should be quick. Yes. Am I too close?
Just ask, let's go.
Hello. Okay, yeah. I'm Ben. I got a question. I forgot who asked it earlier, but somebody said, which will come first, Half-Life 3 or the Tsukihime remake? Better question, which will come first, the Tsukihime remake or Girls' Work, or full translations of MiHoYo or CCC?
So the answer is absolutely going to be
CCC.
No,
CCC's almost done.
honestly,
Yeah.
I really want the Tsukihime
So
remake.
it's probably going to be CCC, Tsukihime, Girls' Works, then Half-Life 3. Yeah.
That's a good ranking.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's going to be. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, that's it.
Okay, question?
Hey, Daniel. I got a question. Should I play Battle Moon Wars?
Yes! 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 Yes!
Sure.
That's a knockoff game.
Sure. Sure. Yes. Do it.
Shotgun. Let's go. Next question.
Next question.
Hi, my name is Harley.
Hi, Harley.
My question is, out of the whole entire Type Moon, including Fate, which character do you despise the most?
Wait, what?
All right, so we're at the end, so we're going to do this, but Dead Apostles question, who asked that? Thank you. Can you come up here? You're going to win this prize.
Yeah.
That was a really good question. It allows us to kind of discuss something that usually happens.
That was
you want
the
that?
best question we got.
That's rather deep in the rabbit hole.
We really like that.
It's not very often I actually get to talk about Dead
Well,
Apostles.
as soon as he said was coming after as soon as he said Beast Slayer, I was like, oh god.
Good stuff.
Beast
Thank
Slayer.
you.
Hey, can we get a round of applause for
All
our...
right. So,
What's Mako going to get translated?
MiHoYo's been working.
Oh, but no, but it's
getting it.
yeah.
Oh, as far as I know, you probably know.
yeah, okay, that's my understanding. All right, so most despised character, was that the question?
Wait,
Yeah.
so wait,
Okay. So, yeah, it's not. We're not gonna. It's never gonna happen. I wish it would. All right. So most despised character. Do you have one?
Ooh, it is tough.
Yeah.
Elizabeth
Most despised.
Bathory. No, actually, I really do hate Elizabeth and Extella, but she's not my most despised character because she's just trying to do her own thing. It's probably, if you've read Heaven's Feel, it's got to be Shinji. Like, nobody's more despicable than Shinji.
He's pretty despicable. James, do you have a despicable character?
I don't know.
All right. Well, while he's thinking about it, Joey.
I'm really thinking. Oh, wait. I know what it is.
All right. Who's your most despicable character?
Shikitono.
All right.
I hate him so much.
I mean, his
and not
favorite-
just because he's annoying to go up against Multiblood. I really don't like how he. So you know how normal romances work. There's always like a love triangle. His is like a freaking love octagon. He's trying to juggle around 7 different girlfriends, or 8, or I don't know, and one of them happens to be a type, and.
There's a Chrono Phantasm episode.
I don't like him.
Yeah, that's pretty despicable.
Yeah, no, that's incredible.
I mean, he's also the same guy who likes to go around and like just lay around in his room for like several hours.
Several hours. James.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Shinji. I cannot find anything I like about Shinji.
Small note about Shinji. He got a fancy new jacket in the Heaven's Feel movie.
Yes.
Hold on,
We have a picture.
So if you look over there on the Heaven's Feel
Top left
so,
corner.
so does anyone remember how Shiro got a fancy new jacket in the new Unlimited Blade Works and it was like, wow, that's a really
Shinji's
nice
got
jacket.
one too.
Does he deserve
I'll be honest. I think that makes him the most despicable character.
He's got a fancy new jacket.
Your last question, because we're
Okay, so we've all been through, we've got some newbies here, what's the best way to get into the Type Moon universe? Let's flip that on its head and let's disregard the Tsukihime anime, Melty Blood game mode.
Are you saying the
and
worst
Studio
way to
D.
get the series?
What is the worst possible way to get a new person into the Type Moon universe?
Where's Amelia?
That's easy.
Where's Amelia?
That's easy.
Where's Amelia?
Strange fake.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. So
much as I love Strange Freak, it is weird. And it makes, thank you, and it makes no sense.
So that's my answer, Strange Fake. Yeah. All right, and then James.
I'm probably gonna have to say if you drop some out in the middle of nowhere and just show them the Tsukihime anime, that'd probably be the worst.
No, you said disregard that.
Oh.
Disregard that, Melty Blood story mode, and anything Studio D.
Oh, the worst way? Show them the worst Car no Kyokai movie. I forget which number it is. I think it's 6.
Yeah.
All right, that's
Show them 6.
Do you have an opinion, CJ?
I did say Grand Order, but I'll take it back and say Prismelia. Prismelia is the worst way to
Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up. We're done. Again, thank you very much. It's been 4 years. You guys have been great. I'd like one more shout out. If you're interested in the Melty Blood tournament here in Atlanta, if you're really, I mean, it's awesome. Georgia Tech, this gentleman there, please stand up. Green Shark, he can get you information on that. Thank you very much.
There's also one more thing. Who's going to AWA this year? You guys know who they announced just recently, right? Yeah, Ueda Kana is coming to AWA.
And Lanter's voice actor.
We'll see you guys there, all right?
2 fake voice actors. It'll be great. Thank you.
Make sure if you guys have not already, go like the Type Moon Universe fan panel on Facebook. And if you guys are Type Moon cosplayers, we'll be happy to add you to our group and plan for future cons, okay?